What's up, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you with Brendon Nelson for the preview of our Week 14 matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams for the final time at the LA Memorial Coliseum, which is where Pete has coached for many years when he coached for USC. So, calling that Pete's house. So, Brendon, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Sam Dog? Glad to be back on your channel once again. And also, if we win, we are officially 100% in the playoffs.
Big time. And that's what we definitely need this Sunday, is to win this one, get in the door, and, try to finish strong and see what kind of seeding we can get us, and hopefully a first-round bye in the process. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right. But this is also the last time we'll be playing in the Coliseum, because next year that new stadium in Inglewood is going to open up, which I intend on trying to go down for Seahawks versus Rams in the new stadium in Inglewood next year, which that should be really nice. I've been by it when it was just a hole with concrete back in 2017, and I was by there before they broke ground in 2016 when the Rams first moved back to Los Angeles, the year we lost 9-3 and then the year we won 16-10 in LA. I was at both those road games. But now basically lots of different things happening ever since. Obviously, a lot's changed since our 30-29 win where Zerline choked at the end. And obviously, we had some major plays in this game, but we know things are going to change differently. Now, the only difference is this time now we have Quandre Diggs in our secondary, and they have Jalen Ramsey in their secondary. But first things first, obviously when we're on offense, getting off to a fast start and pounding the rock and running it. The running game's been great. We were running it pretty well against them last time. And offensive line needs to double team up on Aaron Donald. And obviously they got Clay Matthews back, and we still got to worry about Brockers, and got to try to get some wide open receivers, because we know Jalen Ramsey looming back there is going to be trying to hawk at that ball. But I'm confident with the way our receivers been playing, though. Obviously Metcalf can do a little better, though, with securing the ball better and not fumbling. But he had that one touchdown bomb last time, so we can get off to a fast start, and let's just not take our foot off the pedal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One thing on offense this week that I'm really interested to see is that when we played the Vikings, they really committed to stopping the pass. They were playing light boxes. They were playing their safeties back, which is a big reason why we weren't able to get very many big plays on the passing attack. So basically, what I'm looking to see is, are the Rams going to play those 8-man boxes? Are they going to bring the safety up? Because the Vikings really paid for that. We were able to run all over their elite run defense because they just kept playing those 7-man boxes. They kept allowing us to have big matchup advantages with our running game, and we ran for over 200 yards by the end of the game. And like I said, the Vikings' run defense is one of the best in the league. Now, if the Rams decide they're going to commit an extra guy to defending the run, if they're going to bring that safety up, we get to really test out, where is Tyler Lockett in terms of his health, because he hasn't really looked right the last couple weeks ever since he got back from the injury he had against San Francisco. And
he had a flu this week.
Against San Francisco, and this might be the week that we need him to start bouncing back, because at some point these teams that we're playing are going to realize that if they try to play 7-man fronts against us, we're just going to run all over them. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on that. That's the most interesting thing for me in this game.
Yeah. Any thoughts about how we're gonna attack the secondary now that Jalen Ramsey's on there and no more Marcus Peters?
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Ramsey's a good player. We all know that. He's going to be due a lot of money very soon. But he has not had his best year. This is kind of a lost season for Ramsey, because in Jacksonville, he wasn't playing that well, and then he missed a few games. And ever since he got to the Rams, he actually still has not been playing great football. I made a video a couple weeks ago kind of detailing how his coverage metrics this year are pretty lackluster, but he is obviously a very good player. And if Lockett is still not the Lockett that we're used to having, and they just put Ramsey on Metcalf and he can kind of take him away, then, we Josh Gordon and Jacob Hollister, things get thin pretty quickly for our pass catchers. So I'm definitely keeping an eye out on where Lockett is because we need him to be at 100% or close to 100% in this game, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be key, making sure Lockett's 100%. But then also, what about David Moore? We opened it up for David Moore in that Minnesota game where Moore just got wide open. And when we were able to hit that pass to Moore wide open, immediately on that play in the stadium, I was like, he gone. Like, we can get those wide open deep balls and obviously give Wilson that time in the pocket to throw, which would mean holding off Donald and Matthews, who are known to get after the quarterback. Could we have a possible another air raid game like we did last time where we were just getting major chunks of yards and touchdowns like in the last time we played them in week number 4?
Yeah, I do have some concerns about Aaron Donald in this game just because we have Joey Hunt in there, and that's a big mismatch for him.
Big
We
time.
didn't really notice Joey Hunt having any problems against the Vikings, but they don't have that dominant defensive tackle. The Rams do, and, we've seen with Joey Hunt, he struggled against Fletcher Cox. Now, most centers in the league would struggle against Fletcher Cox, but he is just overmatched against a lot of the great defensive tackles in this league. So it could be it could definitely be a thing where we notice Aaron Donald a lot more this week compared to the previous game just because of that. But honestly, I think the offensive line is trending in the right direction. Dwayne Brown's playing better since he's getting a little healthier. Fetty has actually played a pretty good football over the last month.
Yep.
Upati and Fluker have both been good in the run game.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be okay, but I am definitely going to keep an eye on that Joey Hunt versus Aaron Donald matchup.
That's the
We
one to
definitely
watch.
need to double him.
Yeah, because Aaron Donald definitely doubles him in size and height, and he could probably push through easily like Fletcher Cox did earlier. So we just get that protection and maybe send a fullback, get a fullback in there to assist with, blocking Aaron Donald to give Wilson some time to throw too would be huge too. But now, defensive side of the ball for us with trying to shut down and get pressure on Jared Goff and shutting down Todd Gurley is going to be another top priority too. Is this time around, can we get pressure on him? Because the Rams' offensive line this year, from what I've heard, is banged up with some big-time injuries.
Yes, their offensive line through a good chunk of the season has struggled, but it's actually improved a little bit over the past couple weeks. It really started with that Bears game where they reshuffled the offensive line, and they actually looked pretty good against the Bears. And the Bears have a good pass rush. The Bears have a good defense, and they were held up pretty well in that game. And in the couple games since then, I think they've been improved. But our pass rush has been improved as well from that first Rams game. In that first Rams game, we got very little pressure on Goff.
But we forced Gurley to fumble.
Right. And we're seeing Ezekiel Anza come around. He's had 2 good games in a row now. He was great against the Eagles, and he had a good game against the Vikings as well. Clowney is generally effective and destructive in pretty much every game so far this season. And the biggest deal has to be the return of Jerron Reed. I think his performance on the interior is enabling everyone around him to look better. So it should be a big improvement over the first game. And we know that Goff is the kind of quarterback who, if you get pressure on him, he will start to make mistakes.
Yes.
More so than even a guy like Kirk Cousins, who we got pressure on Kirk Cousins and he handled it pretty well and did not make that many mistakes. But Goff is the kind of quarterback who absolutely will. So I like our chances to force some turnovers because lately we've been pretty good at forcing turnovers.
Yeah, big time. And I gotta mention another unsung hero on our defensive line, and he's been making some big plays. He's made back-to-back strips in back-to-back weeks, and this is one of my unsung heroes. We drafted him in 2018. We got to talk about Rasheem Green. Rasheem Green's been making some big-time strips, forcing some big-time turnovers for us, and he's got to get some recognition. If he can have another key strip, if he can strip Gurley, or if he gets a hand on the quarterback and is able to strip Goff the way that he stripped Carson Wentz, that would be huge for us too. So that's one of my unsung heroes of the defense. When I've looked closely through some of the turnovers, I noticed that Green has been forcing fumbles.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Rasheem Green too. When we drafted him out of USC, I knew he was going to be raw. I knew that rookie year he was going to start slow probably, but we're seeing him round into shape this year, and he's been getting some pressure on the quarterback, and he has been involved in quite a few turnovers this season too. So that's definitely something that matters because, like I said, with the Clowney sports hernia injury, he's not going to be completely the guy that we've seen over the first couple months of the season. So we need other guys to step up, and Rasheem Green is certainly one of those guys. And I would even say Poona Ford has been more effective as a pass rusher than I ever thought he could be. I thought he was a pure run stuffer, but we have seen him actually do some damage as a pass rusher over the last month. So
Poona's a
him in
beast.
there too.
Poona's a beast. He's a great run stopper too. I love having Poona Ford on our D line, man. I mean, if he can get some big plays and some hits on Jared Goff, and if he could shut down Gurley and Brown, because remember the last time we thought that they were going to start utilizing Brown, but they were going Todd Gurley most of that game.
I think it just kind of depends. I think it just kind of hinges from game to game with Gurley. I think, there might be something going on there where they ask him how he's feeling before every game and they do a medical test on him, and that kind of determines how much they can use him. Because we all know that Gurley is kind of on borrowed time in the NFL right now with his knee. So it's just kind of tough to know how much Gurley we can expect from week to week. I think last week he actually had a pretty good game against the Cardinals. They used him a decent amount. So to me, I don't think it matters that much, though. I think our run defense is really good. I think Clowney has made them much better than they were last year. I think playing Poona more has made them better than they were last year. And through now 12 games, the only team that has had a lot of success on the ground against us is the Baltimore Ravens.
Because of Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram and that running attack that they have at the quarterback, too.
Yeah, so whoever it may be, I'm not worried about it. If it's Gurley, it's Gurley. If it's Malcolm Brown, it's Malcolm Brown. If it's that rookie they have, then it's him. But I trust our run defense to play well right now.
Yeah, definitely got to keep an eye out for Darrell Henderson, too, that rookie out of Memphis that the Rams drafted, too.
Darrell Henderson. Now
to the other part, because this is where they were killing us last time in the 30-29 win. Shutting down, but this time in our secondary, we have Quandre Diggs in the mix, but we gotta make sure that we're not letting Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods affect this game, let alone Gerald Everett. That other tight end was killing us a lot that last game, too. And then, of course, you got Tyler Higbee. We got to be able to shut down those tight ends. Can't let them get the big plays, and especially the wide receivers like Eastern Washington alum Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks and Woods. We just got to be able to – we can't let them get wide open and affect this game. Like, these are receivers you play man coverage on and not let them get any shot at catching the ball, too. And Robert Woods and Cooks are definitely two of the best. And, of course, Cooper Kupp, And then, of course, another one I forgot to mention, one of the other ones is Josh Reynolds, too, because we know Josh Reynolds is a good pass catcher, too. So what do we got to do this time, to make sure that they're not affecting this game? Obviously, like we mentioned, getting pressure on Goff and force them to throw some interceptions to guys like Trey Flowers and maybe Griffin and Diggs could be a possible help to us, too. So, definitely we got to look out for that passing attack again this in round 2.
Yeah, especially the Gerald Everett thing, because at the end of that game in week 5, we played against the Rams. Whenever they needed a play, they just went to Gerald Everett, matched up against KJ Wright, and KJ Wright just could not keep up. If you look at that last drive the Rams had that almost led to their game-winning field goal,
Gerald Everett,
they just went to Everett over and over, and KJ, that's not a matchup that he can win at this point in his career. So we need to do something different there. I trust Shaquille Griffin and Trey Flowers. They're both playing pretty good football right now.
So is Quandre Diggs.
And Quandre Diggs. If you look back at that Week 5 game we played against the Rams, there wide receivers were not that effective. Cooper Kupp had like 9 catches, but they had to throw the ball to him 19 times to get those 9 catches. So I will live with that. I don't think Cooks had but maybe 2 catches that game. I think he got hurt.
He did.
So I think we can handle their receivers pretty well. I think our secondary is playing to the point where they can be fine. And basically, I just want to see what we're going to do against these tight ends, because that's where, when the Rams needed plays at the end of that game, they were going. And it makes sense why. Our linebackers have not been good in coverage this year, for the most part. And a big part of it will be, can we get pressure on Goff this time? And I feel like that we can, so I think that'll take care of itself to some degree. And the last interesting thing I want to see is this might be the week where Ugo Amadi gets to play some nickel cornerback.
Yeah.
Because for the last couple weeks, we've been using Akeem King, because Akeem King has a big size advantage.
He does.
Ugo.
He had a big play on the 4th down against the Vikings last week. But another thing is, even when it's a 3rd and long, usually from what I've seen mostly on most of the Rams 3rd and long plays is they usually they rely mostly on Robert Woods on a 3rd and long most of the time. From even before they got Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods would kill teams on 3rd and long to keep their defenses on the field and not let a defense get off the field. I mean, sure, Brandon Cooks has been part of the mix too, but usually when it's a 3rd and long, my always concern is who's covering Robert Woods.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to depend from play to play. I think that, Shaquille Griffin has, for the most part, stayed on the right side of the defense, and the Trey Flowers stays on the left. We're not at the point yet where we have Shaquille Griffin just follow their best receiver around everywhere. So it'll just kind of depend on the play, but I trust both the guys on the outside to play good football right now. What I want to avoid, obviously, are plays where a linebacker is covering Robert Woods or Brandon Cooks or Cooper Kupp. That's something that we found ourselves falling into a few times this year, and it usually ends badly for us. So as long as it's Shaq or Trey, I think they're going to hold up. They're not going to be perfect. No cornerback is, for the most part, but I think those guys are going to be fine. I'm just really interested to see what we do at nickel cornerback this week, because, like I said, we wanted Akeem King out there the last couple weeks because we were playing tight end heavy teams.
Right.
We wanted his size against Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, Irv Smith, and Kyle Rudolph. This week, I don't know if we have to worry about that as much. It might be Ugo's time to shine, and if it is, I'm going to keep a very close eye on that.
We both have to at this point, too. But another key implication for this one. If we win this game this Sunday, it's over for the Rams. This is the week where we have to put a dagger in their playoff hopes. We do that, we can, and hopefully if the Saints beat the 49ers, then we should be able to, hold on first place in the NFC West, but with a little help possibly from New Orleans, because I possibly most likely think New Orleans will probably get the number 1 seed unless they fall victim to a trap against a team like the Titans after this. But I even said in my game picks that I think that New Orleans 49ers game is going to be a really close game though too. But like I said, we just got to focus on our games only. Right now, the most important thing for us right now is to end the Rams season and their playoff hopes, and just put the nail in the coffin on their season.
Yeah, absolutely. They've kept themselves alive by winning by winning that close Bears game, and they're a team that I would prefer to not have to deal with in the playoffs for sure. And like I said at the beginning of this video, we win, we clinch, and part of the reason why is because a win effectively knocks out the Rams. So
exactly.
Obviously, our game is late, so we get to watch the Niners game during the day and see what's going on there. We'll probably get to watch a couple other games that are kind of important. But, if we keep winning, it's not going to matter too much what happens in these other games. So I'm just going to say that the way that we are playing right now, it feels like we can beat anybody. We're not playing perfect football at all. I mean, the defense in the fourth quarter against the Vikings almost collapsed. So I'm not thinking that we're a juggernaut, but we are playing good enough to beat anybody right now. So, I'm optimistic about this game. I think that our defense is playing much better than it was the first time we played the Rams, and I think that can make all the difference.
You and me both, pal. That's for damn sure. And I think now, basically with that, did we get everything out that we needed to say?
Yeah, I think that's all you can say about this game.
Well, that's that, everybody. And thank you all for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications. Hit that like button. Give us your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, subscribe to Brendon Nelson, too. He's another, obviously, me and him love doing our game previews every week on my channel. And hopefully sometimes we can swap it around sometime soon. But obviously this season, big game. We're 10-2. And hopefully this is the week that I wish I had like a dagger to use, but I'm going to do this, though. Hopefully, we can put the nail in the coffin of LA season, and we gotta end them this Sunday, and so that way they're not a threat in the playoffs. I think this is a week that we basically put the nail in the coffin of the Rams Super Bowl hangover season.
Yep, and I'll be back on next week, whatever happens. So see you then.
All right, and until the next time, Sam Dog Infamous 253 and Brendon Nelson signing out. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.